Maria and Carlos were married for 15 years. They lived in a small town with their two children, Luca and Sofia. Maria loved her family very much. She worked hard every day to take care of them. Carlos was kind and loving, or so she thought. They were happy, or at least Maria believed they were. One evening, Carlos came home late from work. Maria was in the kitchen making dinner. Luca and Sofia were playing in the living room. Carlos looked tired and didn't say much. Maria noticed he was quieter than usual, but she didn't ask questions. She thought he was just tired. The next day, Maria was cleaning the house. She found Carlos's phone on the couch. It buzzed, and she saw a message on the screen. It was from a woman named Elena. The message said, "I miss you, Carlos." Maria's hands shook. She felt like her heart was breaking into pieces. She didn't know what to do. That night, Maria asked Carlos about the message. At first, he didn't answer. Then he said, "I'm sorry, Maria. I made a mistake." Maria cried. She felt sad, angry, and confused. "How could you do this to us?" she asked. Carlos didn't have an answer. The next few weeks were very hard for Maria. She cried often, but she tried to hide her tears from Luca and Sofia. She didn't want them to see her sad. Carlos moved out of the house. He said he needed time to think. Maria felt lonely, but she knew she had to stay strong for her children. Every morning, Maria woke up early. She made breakfast for Luca and Sofia. She took them to school and went to work. In the evening, she helped them with homework. At night, when the children were asleep, Maria cried alone in her room. She missed the life she thought she had. She missed Carlos, even though he hurt her. One day, Luca asked, "Mom, why is Dad not here?" Maria hugged him tightly. She didn't want to lie, but she also didn't want to hurt him. She said, "Sometimes people make mistakes, but we will be okay. I love you, and your sister loves you. We are a family." Sofia held her mother's hand and said, "I love you, Mom." Maria smiled through her tears. She realized she was not alone. She had her children, and they loved her. Over time, Maria started to feel stronger. She forgave Carlos, but she didn't forget what he did. She knew she could be happy again, even without him. She focused on her children and her work. She started to smile more and cry less. One evening, Maria sat on the couch with Luca and Sofia. They were watching a movie together. Maria looked at her children and felt proud. She had faced a hard time, but she didn't give up. She knew life wasn't perfect, but it was still beautiful. She whispered to herself, "We will be okay.